God created them. Now, one would probably automatically think that when you say, well, if you were to ask them, or if you ask them, you would think it refers to people who believe in God. Of course, because people who believe God says, yeah, we know it's God who created the sky. But no, if you read a couple, 2 or 3 verses before, you will find out that once again, he's talking about the non-believers. And if you were to ask the non-believers who created the sky, they would say, God. Even the non-believers, the atheist, the agnostic, who created 2 trillion galaxies. It can only be but Allah. But one important point that I forgot, I said, have I forgotten anything? Yes, I have. What I forgot to mention is that some of these well-known physicists, cosmologists, scientists, they are knowledgeable people, but some of them are still atheists. But if they were to put 2 and 2 together, and do it 2 and 2 is here, they say that the Big Bang was an explosion, hence the name, the Big Bang. That's why I asked you if you've heard the noise. So, if they say an explosion, now, from one single explosion, 2 trillion galaxies are created. And they're created with precision, with a precision that we cannot explain. We cannot comprehend, we cannot quantify this precision, because everything is functioning perfectly well. Everything is harmonious in these 2 trillion galaxies. How can an explosion make something that is perfect? It is, in a sense, an insult to human intelligence to believe so. Because if there was an explosion anywhere, any form of explosion, the explosion destroys. So from explosion there is nothing but chaos, and never 2 trillion galaxies which are functioning in a perfect manner. So that is why, once again, we invite you to think and ponder. And we invite the scientists. I've sent a few messages to Brian Cox. I hope one day, inshallah, if I manage, I can speak to him and share with him a lot of these scientific miracles which are in the Quran, because they are very knowledgeable people. They are the best even to understand and to explain to us and to discover others, because as we said, the Quran is more advanced than science. That means only when science develops would we find out other scientific miracles. So we wait and see. Watch the space, as we're talking about. It remains for me to say to you, Assalamu alaikum wa akhiru da'wana walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.